Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab. If you're new to my channel, I'm Yori. I bring you beauty and makeup videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so hopefully you'll subscribe and join our little makeup family here. I'm really excited about today's video because it's going to be a review and demo of the new Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Palette. But not only that, it's going to be a collaboration with my great friend Jessica Kent here on YouTube. It's so funny, I was subscribed to her channel for a while and I would always comment because she has the most beautiful eye looks, and I guess at some point she discovered my channel as well, and we started communicating a little bit together through Instagram and text messaging, and we've become really good friends, united by our passion for makeup, I would say. So we both purchased the Natasha Denona palettes and we decided to demo one each on each of our channels. So I will be demoing Citrus for you today, and if you would like to see Darya, then go ahead and visit her channel so you can see her demonstration of that. We both purchased both palettes, but we decided that we would demo relative to our skin tone. So her skin tone is more fair than mine, so she's going to be demoing Darya, and I will be demoing Citrus, which is the one that's recommended for medium to deeper skin tones. I did also purchase the Topcoat, so I will be demoing one of those on my eyes and swatching the entire collection. Once you're done watching my video, I really highly encourage you to check out Jessica so that you can see the other palette, but also I think that you'll really enjoy her channel. She's very creative, and she's not only a very talented makeup artist, but she is a very talented artist in general. So she's very, very knowledgeable with regard to color theory, and not only that, but art history as well. It's so interesting when you watch her channels, like for example, when they did the NARS Man Ray collaboration, she was able to give a little bit of background on the artists with whom they collaborated, and I just thought that's really nice. It's a nice way to fuse both of her loves with makeup and art, and yeah, I think you'll really enjoy her channel. Let's go ahead and get started with my demo and review of Citrus. This is the outer packaging of the palette. It does have a 24-month shelf life. It is made in Italy, paraben-free, and not tested on animals. This is what the outside of the packaging looks like. It is a beautiful baby pink palette, and it says Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush on the outside. On the back, you are informed that you have 6 products at 7 grams each. Here's what the inside of the palette looks like. It's very difficult for me to hold it up close to the camera because of the mirror finish, and it starts to interfere with the focus. This again is palette number 2, which is called Citrus. If you're not new to my channel, you know how much I love the Natasha Denona Sculpt and Glow palette. It's one of my absolute favorites, and I recommend it on my channel all the time. The packaging is very much the same. It's the same size. However, the blush palette, it doesn't have that mirrored finish. On the inside of the palette, you also have that lift up flap, which protects the cream products. However, this time in the Sculpt and Glow palette, there's actually 3 cream products underneath the flap, and this one, it's not the case. The only 2 products that are creams are these 2 right here, and that is actually a powder. So right away, one of my criticisms of the palette is that they should have stopped the plastic flap right here, again, to protect the creams from the powder. When you open it up and you use that powder, you do have the creams exposed. So that's just something I wanted to point out. I am going to go ahead and swatch all of the shades in the palette. These are the top 3. You have your Glow Cream Base, your Cream Blush, and the Duo Glow Powder. So here are the first 3 swatched. Here are the bottom 3 shades. You have your Diamond Powder, your Powder Blush, and your Glow Extreme. And here are these shades swatched. Now, because the Sculpt and Glow palette does come with a cream highlight as well as a powder highlight, I wanted to compare those to some of the products in this palette as well. Here are the 2 palettes side by side, and the cream base as well as the powder highlights are definitely different. I own the light to medium in the Sculpt and Glow. As I mentioned in the beginning, I also picked up some of the top coats. This is the Chroma Crystal Top Coat, and it has 6 grams of product and an 18-month shelf life. This one is also not tested on animals and is paraben free. This is what the actual product container looks like. It's sort of a frosted glass bottom with a white plastic top. She released some of these for holiday. Those were more nude, everyday kind of shades, and these are specifically duochromes. So I will show you the shades that I do have. This one is lavender / gold and silver. This one is brown mauve / purple. And this is the one that I'm wearing on my eyes. It is burnt terracotta / green. Here are your swatches of the 3 top coats. Here you have the lavender, gold, and silver, brown, mauve, and purple, and burnt terracotta green. One of the things that I noticed about these is that they are very, very subtle. They sort of give you that wet editorial look to your eyelids. So as you can see, the swatches are very, very subtle. I do apply one of these shades to my eyes so you can see how it will look applied. So let's go ahead and get into the demo, and after the brief demo of how the palette applies, I will come back and give you my overall thoughts. I'm so excited to put this on my face. This palette is just gorgeous. I did watch Natasha Denona's video on how to apply the palette, which order to put the products in. The way that she did it was she went into the cream blush, then powder blush, then the cream highlight, and then this highlight over here, followed by the glow powder if you want. This is the duochrome, and then the diamond powder. So that's the order in which I'm going to apply them. Obviously, on an everyday basis, you don't have to apply all 6 products, but as I'm trying out the palette for the first time, I definitely want to do that. In her video, she used a dampened sponge to apply the product, and so I will do the same. I'm going to use the bottom of my beauty blender into the blush, and I'm just going to apply that where I would normally apply blush. I have foundation on as well as concealer obviously, but I have not set my foundation just in case this product doesn't lay well over powders. Ooh, I think I overdid it. You obviously don't need too much product. I think it's giving a very nice glow. It's blending out very nicely as well, even in the area slightly underneath my eye where I did have a little bit of powder. So that is the blush applied, and this side has no blush. Now I'm gonna go into the powder blush. For this, I'm using my Wayne Goss Air Blush. Very pretty. I like the finish. I don't think the color necessarily goes with my eye look today. I did use the Sunset palette. I was inspired by the glow shade, which is very yellow. So we'll see what it looks like when I apply the highlighters, but just the same. This is a very nice corally blush on my skin tone. So there you have the blushes applied and no blushes. I'm going to take the other side of my sponge and I am going to go into that cream highlighter base, and I'm going to apply that to the very tops of my cheekbones. Alright, so there you have the glow cream base. And nothing on the other side. 3 more products to go, but I do want to apply the Glow Extreme powder next. I have a couple of different highlighting brushes here. I have my Anastasia, I have one from Wet n Wild, and I have the Goss Holiday brush. I think I want to use the Holiday brush for the diamond powder, so I'm going to set that one to the side, and because I know that a lot of people will have this brush in their collection, I think I'll use this to demonstrate the Glow Extreme. Alright, so here you have your Glow Extreme over the Glow Cream base. And on this side, nothing applied but the blush and the powder blush. It definitely gives a glow, doesn't it? So I'm going to replicate the effect on the other side, and then we'll continue. And now that we're nice and even out, we're going to go into the Duo Glow powder. That is that beautiful yellow shade right there, which I'm hoping kind of ties in my eyeshadow look, but we'll see. I'm going to take the same Anastasia brush and I'm going to apply the Duo Glow powder. So from what I'm seeing here, it definitely takes the more standard traditional shade, more champagne-y highlight into a definite duo glow that, depending on the angle at which you're looking, it has a definite gold shift, but it isn't too yellow at all. So that definitely looks very pretty. At this point, I'm noticing that I am layering quite a lot of products on top of my cheekbones, and so I'm seeing a little bit of texture. I will, at the end, spray down my face with a little bit of Fix Plus and see if we can't settle down all those powders. But other than that, it looks really nice. Really, really nice. So that one is with the Duo Glow, and this is just the regular one. It's time for the diamond powder. So I wanted to use my Wayne Goss Holiday brush because the diamond powder is very, very glittery, and me personally, I don't prefer a glittery highlight, and so we'll see how this brush works. It's very floppy, it's very light, so I think it will give us a very sheer application. It's definitely picking up on the bristles. Here's how it looks like on the bristles. Let's put it on. My goodness, this brush is so soft. I know this video is not about the brush, but my goodness. Wow. Guys, I think I'm blinding. Oh. Wow. I can definitely see a difference in intensity in person from the one with the diamond powder and the one without, although they are both very, very intense already. If you love an intense highlight, wow, I think you're gonna love this. Wow, this is intense. And actually, I expected to see glitter. I don't see glitter. I see more of a metallic finish. And this is the finished look with all 6 products applied. Oh my goodness. Very nice. If you like a blinding highlight, there you go. I did also purchase the 3 top coats that released with this collection, and so I'm going to demonstrate one of them. I think that considering the eye look that I'm wearing, I'm going to apply the middle shade. And this middle one is called Burnt Terracotta and Green. I'm just going to apply this right to the inner third of my eye. Ooh, this is beautiful. It's not as subtle as you would think, actually. I'm really surprised. I'm going to apply a little bit more with a brush. I'm not really sure what kind of brush will work best with these. I'm using an Ingla 11S brush right now because it's small and it'll allow me to get close to the inner corner of my eye. In my opinion, the intensity was much higher with my fingertips. I'm going to try a different brush. We're going to try a MAC 242 brush and see how that works. This one was much better than the Inglot brush. And there you have it. So I'm going to finish off my other eye, apply a little mascara, and be back to give you my final thoughts on the collection. Okay, hopefully the demo was informative for you and you got a good idea of how the products apply and what they look like on a medium skin tone. I think the finish is absolutely lovely. I want to get into the palette, but first I wanted to summarize my thoughts on the Chroma Crystal top coat. I did apply one to my eyes, and as you saw, I applied it with my fingertips and that gave the best color payoff. I also found that if you have a specific color base underneath, it does impact how the shadows will look. They give you more of an editorial finish with a wet look with a slight sheen to your eyelids. So these are products that are very, very subtle. They retail for $28 a piece, and as such, I would say they're very nice products to have in your collection if you like that sort of thing. If you don't like to apply eyeshadows with your fingertips, I don't think you're going to like this because I tried a couple of brushes and they did work. I found that the payoff was much better working with my fingertips, and so if you don't like that, I don't recommend these for you. Their textures are really interesting. They feel like a cream shadow, so they definitely feel damp when you apply them, and they're a little bit cool to the touch as well. I think the effect is very, very pretty, but again, it has to be the sort of product that you're likely to enjoy. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about those. Now, as far as the palette is concerned, I do like it. So I already made the comment about the plastic covering, how I believe that it should just cover the 2 cream products and leave this one exposed so that the creams are protected from the powder. Aside from that, the packaging is absolutely stunning. It is quite heavy as well, so you're looking at something with a significant amount of substance to it. As I applied all of the products, I did find, specifically to the blush, most of the pigmentation is held within the cream blush, and you probably noticed that with the swatches that the powder blush doesn't have much pigmentation at all. So definitely when you go in with your cream, make sure you build up the desired intensity because the blush powder is really going to function more to set the cream rather than add any additional color. Moving on to the highlights, I would say that the combination of the Glow Cream base along with the Glow Extreme gives your traditional highlight application if you use a cream base. It's very, very intense, but the color is sort of a soft champagne gold and nothing special in and of itself other than its intensity. Now, if you do go in with a Duo Glow powder on top, then it starts to give your highlight a little bit of a shift, and this one, as the color would indicate, gives you more of a yellow gold shift. After that, the diamond powder, when I was demonstrating it, it didn't look like it was adding a lot of glitter, but having worn the palette outside, when I look at my skin under natural lighting conditions, there is definitely glitter there, but it is a very, very fine micro shimmer type glitter that isn't obnoxious. However, However, if you don't like glitter, you're probably going to want to stay away from that diamond powder. One of the things that I have to tell you as a negative is that there being 6 products in this palette, it could be a little bit more lengthy of an application process. So this isn't the type of product you're going to be using if you're in a rush and doing your makeup every day. I had also commented how when applying it, I was layering so many products that I was starting to see a little bit of texture. That was pretty much eliminated once I set my entire face with a little bit of Fix Plus. Everything melted together just fine, and I think it looks beautiful. Now, Natasha Denona does make Duo Glow highlighters already, which have sort of the shifty duochrome look, but the ones that are in the palettes are absolutely new to her collection. So if you like the shades that are in the palette, then Through the Palette will be the only way that you can get them. At $89, it is a pricey item, but you are receiving 6 practically full-size products, which I think is very reasonable. I think that you could achieve similar looks with products that you have in your collection. I would have to say that the more unique product in the entire palette would have to be the Duo Glow powder, because that's the one that gives you the shifty highlight look. So these are my final thoughts on the palette. I do definitely recommend it if it is something that you're interested in. I'm very happy to continue to play with this. If you would like for me to demo Darya on my channel on another video, then definitely let me know and I would be happy to do so. But please remember that Jessica is demonstrating that palette for you on her channel, which I will link down below as well as up in the cards. I think you will really love her channel as much as I do. Please let her know I said hello when you do stop by. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the palette that I didn't address, please leave those in the comment section down below and I would be happy to get back to you. Let me know what you think of the highlight look. I hope you're doing very well, and I will see you again very soon on my next video. Bye bye!